I wanted to do this video for one primary reason. While this is a useful idiom to express our frustration at continued failure, it's also an example of an idiom that many would consider a cliché. Now, it's true that any idiom might be called a cliché by an English snob, but it's mostly those that seem pointless and which have little meaning that get assigned this label. Can't win for losing is also an example of an idiom that people expect to have deeper meaning when it actually just doesn't. What you hear is what you get. This doesn't stop people from inventing or imagining all sorts of intent in the expression, but it brings us back to my video on proverbs versus idioms. Native speakers and English learners alike often expect idioms to always be proverbial and hold a deep meaning. Well, most idioms are not proverbial at all, and some idioms are straightforward once you understand what may be unusual grammar for many listeners. Meaning of the English idiom, can't win for losing. When you can't win for losing, you can't find any success because you experience constant and continuous failure. It basically means you can't be successful when everything always goes wrong. Usage notes. As I said before, this idiom is quite straightforward. When someone says, "I can't win for losing," they mean, I can't win because I'm losing all the time. The confusing part of the phrase is the use of the preposition for to mean because of, a sense that we don't use often and seems somewhat poetic. I couldn't see for the tears in my eyes is an example. It means I could not see because there were tears in my eyes. Another idiom that uses this sense is can't see the forest for the trees. Examples of use. I have a mountain of debt, my wife left me, and I've been sick for 2 weeks. Now, I've been laid off from work. I can't win for losing. I thought I was perfect for this part, but once again, they rejected me. I just can't win for losing, said the actor. Eric just got back on his feet from a broken leg, and now he's broken his arm. That guy just can't win for losing. Origin of idiom. This chiefly American idiom has been used since at least the mid-1950s.